Today's Tzatziki Day. Easter for me is tomorrow. Orthodox Easter is celebrated a week after the Catholic Easter. We're going to make tzatziki because tomorrow there's a big Greek fest. I'm going to try to take some videos of our Greek celebrations. We really go all out. We actually have a lamb on the spit. That's something that would be real interesting for you to see. But today I have to prepare the tzatziki. The longer it sits, the stronger and tastier it gets. Here's the ingredients for my tzatziki. Now I'm going to show you how I make it. It might not be the way other Greek people make it. It might not be your way, but this is the way I make it. You might find something interesting and add it to yours. You always want to buy whole milk yogurt, Greek yogurt. You do not want a light yogurt, a low calorie one. You want full fat, whole milk yogurt. You need a cucumber, and I use these English long cucumbers, and I'm going to show you what we do with it. You need garlic. I'm using 4 garlic cloves. You could try with 3, give it a taste. If you want more, you could grate more in there. It's not a problem. We also need some fresh dill. Has to be fresh. We need white vinegar, and we need an excellent and quality olive oil, and this is one I get from my Greek store. First thing I do is I take the yogurt out and I put it in a strainer like this, and you want to get all the liquid out of your yogurt. You see how that's got liquid? A lot of organic yogurts probably have a lot more, but the key is to get as much liquid as you can out of the yogurt. If there's too much, it's going to be a watery tzatziki. I'll show you already how much has been drained. See that? We don't want that in tzatziki. This draining process might take you an hour or so. You want to get it all drained. You want to take your cucumber and wash it well, cut the ends off, and leave the skin on. You're going to take your cucumber and you're going to grate it. A lot of times I eyeball things too. I'm saying 1 whole English cucumber, but it might be less. That's grated. This looks like a lot. We'll take this cucumber. I don't know if I'm going to use it all. It doesn't matter. And we're going to sprinkle it with a little salt. We'll give it a mix. And we're going to also put this in another drainer bag. Cheesecloth, whatever you have. And we're going to drain this as well as we can. Let that sit for a while. Look at that. See that water? Again, no liquid. We must get as much liquid as we can out of the cucumber. My yogurt is strained well. I got it all strained and I put it in the bowl. Okay, you're going to take your garlic and you're going to mince it on one of these mincers. You need it as fine as possible. This does a good job. Okay, I grated about 4 garlic cloves. Next, we want to get some fresh dill and we want to chop that up very fine. We want to use about 3 tablespoons of fresh dill. All right, we're going to use 2.5 tablespoons of vinegar and a half. Okay, so this is what happens to your cucumber when you drain it well and you get all the liquid out. It turns into a handful. This was a 32-ounce yogurt container. So actually, I'm going to use maybe a half a cup, a half to 3/4. Let's see how that works. Okay, olive oil. Again, I judge by eye. I'm going to put in 3 to start, tablespoons, and I'm going to give this a little mix. I'm also going to use some salt. You got to eyeball it. Salt is another ingredient, and I'm just going to put a little on there. Maybe that was a half a teaspoon. I want to go in intervals because I don't want to have this yogurt and mixture go to waste because it's too salty. So I'll go slowly. I'll add some, I'll taste. Really, that's how tzatziki's made. You see, it's nice and thick. I'm going on my 4th tablespoon of olive oil. It's needed. I'm going to add a little bit more salt. I'm adding salt very, very slowly and carefully. Let me give you a quick look at this tzatziki. I'm going to taste it again. That's delicious. And being that it's going to sit overnight until tomorrow, it's going to get more intense. The flavor will intensify. I'm going to add a little bit of fresh ground pepper. Mix that in. I got another spoon. Let's taste again. Salt is spot on. So I don't know how much that was. Half a teaspoon maybe. Maybe closer to a teaspoon. I'm not sure. You'll have to try it out the way I did it. Slowly taste. If you need more, add. Now you know tzatziki is good for your souvlaki, your gyro, and of course lamb. And tomorrow that lamb on the spit is going to be barbecuing for a good 5-6 hours. And I'm going to show you how we do that. Let's get this plated up. Here's our tzatziki, all plated up and ready for the table tomorrow. I've added a little drizzle of olive oil in the middle, a few Kalamata olives, and that's how we present it. And this will be enjoyed with all the lamb tomorrow. Sitting overnight will intensify the flavors of the tzatziki. If you like this recipe, try it out and follow for more.